Hi everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums, and I just got my mail. This is a design team haul from Country Craft Creations, and I want to show you what I received in my design team package for January. So I took everything out of the box and took all the cellophane off so I can show you without additional crinkling. And the first thing I want to show you is this fabulous collection called Love Letters. These collections, actually all three of them today, are made exclusive for Country Craft Creations. They print them here in the US. They sell them here in the US. You can buy them overseas. You have to contact Country Craft Creations because shipping, of course, is expensive, but it can be done. These papers, this is the 12 by 12 collection, and this is made of cotton vellum Bristol. So it's a really smooth paper. It works really well. I mean, I have made covers just by folding this paper, and you can also make the bindings with this paper. You don't need to do cardstock underneath. You can if you want to, and I probably will just because it's how I like to make my mini albums, but it's a nice, strong, durable paper. This collection has 3 sheets of each design and 2 of the cut apart sheets. There's 2 different sheets, so you get 24 all together. I also did get some coordinating cardstock that I'm going to use when I make my special project with this. So it's obviously called Love Letters, and it is in time for Valentine's Day, but don't limit yourself to just a Valentine's Day project. I am not going to make a Valentine's Day project. I know exactly what I'm going to make, and until I get my designs, my sketches, until I get a little further into it, I'm not going to reveal exactly, but this is going to be something fabulous. So let me show you what is in the collection. Here's the first page, and this is one of the cut aparts. So these tags are fabulous. Just cut them round the corners. If you want, you can ink it up, but you don't have to. And it takes ink wonderfully. But you've already got ready-made tags to put in your albums or even use on cards if you wanted to. Yes, this one does say Valentine's Day, so you can use it for Valentine's Day, and that one does too. But again, if you're not using it for Valentine's Day, you don't have to use this. Just use the back side of this. And here is the back side. It's very vintagey, very beautiful, perfect for what I'm doing. So there are 2 of that. And then here's another cut apart sheet. So you've got this gorgeous postcard, and then more of that wood green with some roses. Again, that could be for Valentine's Day, but just don't use them if you want to. These tickets are so fun to use. All right, so these tickets, admit one, they're not Valentine's Day-y. And there's the back of those. So 2 of those. Now the ones I'm going to show you, you'll get 3 of each one. So here is a great, again, a vintagey background. It's got lots of texture to it. It's got some writing. I don't know if you can see that texture behind the roses. Very soft, lovely roses. And then the back of that is even more distressed and more vintagey, which if you were making a mini album, you really could just go with this. And I might do that. I don't know. We'll have to see. All this paper is so gorgeous, it's going to be hard to figure out what to use. So there is one. Now here's got the wood panel background. I guess it's shiplap kind of thing, with roses and leaves and some hearts on there. And here is the back side of that. You know, this, if you had a wedding invitation, you could just put that right on there. Maybe fussy cut some of the roses to layer it, or even add some 3-dimensional roses, and then you put that in a 12 by 12 shadow box, and you've got a beautiful memento. I love that. That's very pretty. Okay, so that's the front and that's the back. Oh, this is interesting. So this sort of has that metallic look to it with some writing on top. So it sort of gives you a little, it's sort of a hardware feel, you know, just something a little different, sort of a juxtaposition of textures. And there's the back of that, and this one has lace on there. I love that. And that would go really nice with black and white photos. So that will give me something to think about. Oh, I love this postcard. This is fabulous. I could see this with a couple of photos on here. You know, some old-timey photos possibly. But love how the flowers fade into that wood grain. And there is, I don't know if you can see, but a couple of pins in there. Again, makes me think. And I love that. That's pretty. That's beautiful. So again, you get 3 of each of the main sheets. All right, this is called Valentine's Farm. So again, if you weren't going to go Valentine's, you could cut out parts of this. None of this looks Valentine's. Although, look at this page. Valentine's Farm, flowers, chocolate, balloons, teddies, cakes, and gifts. That is fabulous. It's such imagination to come up with these page designs. And it gives you a lot to go with. So I love that. I know I will be using that. And here's another fabulous page. If you were having a wedding, you could use this itself, kissing booth, if you want to have instructions saying, grab a, I don't know, whatever it is you have in kissing booths, grab it and take a picture yourself or something like that. That's cute. I love these. You could use those as cut aparts as well, those little banners. Oh, and here's the B side of that page, and that is absolutely adorable too. Sort of got a little a pink checkerboard with writing in the back and then some water stains. So again, it gives you a great vintagey feel. Cupid's Bakery sort of makes me a little hungry. That cake is fabulous. And again, using sort of that burnt edges and distress look. Can't wait to see what this side is. Ah, that is gorgeous. This, again, would make a page all by itself. So there is that. Just lots of roses on a muted background. And here is that same muted color background. Even more muted. The roses are muted on here. You can see through the different tones of it, the writing, which gives it some added texture. And here we go. Another wood grain. And this with a postcard in an envelope. I could see sort of cutting into this and sticking something in there. That's where you could put a tag. And there's the back side. I don't know which would be the back side. They're both beautiful. Very pretty. And I don't know, I wish you could feel through the computer or your phone or whatever how beautiful this paper is. Luxurious. That's the way to put it. Again, with that metal, I guess it's galvanized. That's what I was looking for. A galvanized background. With the added texture down there at the bottom. So that again is the collection from Country Craft Creations called Love Letters. And I'll put the link in the description box on exactly where you can get it. It not only comes in a 12 by 12, it also comes in an 8 by 8 size. So if you wanted to just try it out, that is also available in the cotton Bristol, and it's also got 28 sheets. It's the same sheets, it's just 8 by 8 instead of 12 by 12. So there is one of the new collections that just came out from Country Craft Creations. Oops. Here's another one. Here Comes the Bride. So again, with a vintage feel, that would be great for a wedding. But let's take a look at it and see what else we could do besides something for a wedding. This again is 28 sheets in the cotton Bristol, and feels wonderful. Let's take a look at the cut aparts. We'll get 2 of those. So they're fabulous. Look at that. If you wanted to, if you don't have a brother scan and cut, you could easily hand cut these. None of this is too difficult to hand cut. I sit there when I get the collection and I just do the cut aparts, 1 sheet of them. I might end up using 2 sheets, but that way I know I've got at least 1 set of the cut aparts. That bride and groom is beautiful. That cake is beautiful. The marriage certificate reception. I mean, this is perfect, the ring. So if you were doing a wedding album, what else do you need? These are beautiful. Not to mention the vintage looks that is included in here. Look at her. Isn't she fabulous? Okay, so there's that. And then the back side of this has the sort of harlequin with, oh, I don't know, muted backgrounds to it. So that is the 2 of the tags. And then here are some more cut aparts. Beautiful. I'm looking at this trying to figure out what I would use for the cover of the album. Any of this would be appropriate, but look at the lace here. And then this, the magnolias. That is beautiful. And she's got magnolias on her. So lots to use there. Oh, and look at that. Nice stripes. It's got 2 tones of the off-white. So look at that. Look at how nice this would look all together here. Don't you like that? Or even this way. I don't know, which would you do? But beautiful. So that is one side. And that's the other. All right, now we're getting into the ones that have 3 of each page. So here we have the bride. Again, very vintagey. Whichever one you've got, she's got white flowers. And then the back side has more of those stripes, which again would go with this. Just love it. So that's pretty. Oh, here we've got the champagne glasses. Again, muted background, lots of texture to it. And if you were to ink this up, it would look wonderful. And here's just the background. So if you were to, include on a page maybe a white photo mat with a teeny stripe of the black, that would just be striking. And then, of course, you want some of the champagne for the toast. So you could fussy cut those out, or is there one in the embellishments? I'll have to take a look and see. There probably is, but if not, you could just take a square or a circle if you don't want to fussy cut. So nice, useful paper. You could do a lot. Oh, here's sort of a newsprint looking thing. So there is the wedding march, the music, and just a bunch of different icons, rings, something old, something blue, something borrowed, something new. Reception, you can cut that out, a black and white rose, family registry, marriage certificate, ceremony is beautiful. Look at that. Just that alone would be fabulous. And then the back side, again, a fabulous page. Oh, I don't know how I would be able to cut into this. Use that. I don't know. Just so many decisions to make, and either way it's going to be fabulous. So I love that. That's beautiful. All right, here's the wedding cake with some pink flowers, sort of that harlequin background that's a little bit distressed. And then there is just that background page. Wow. A lot you could do with that as well. Those are fabulous. Oh, and here's the groom, looking mighty dapper. The shoes, the hat, and the tie. And there is just the background, the same print that's on there, but without the dapper groom. He's pretty handsome. All right, here we have some of those magnolias with bows, like satin ribbon with bows tied onto it. That is a beautiful page. I mean, I might even open with something like that. Or cut it, and this could be, I'm just getting some ideas as we're doing this. Like if you were to have this page 6 by 6, and then add a border so you can put bigger than 4 by 6 photos on there. Although usually with weddings, you're going to have 5 by 7. Either way, just beautiful. That's a nice idea. And here's, I love the texture on that. It looks dimensional, doesn't it? Like you can almost feel the dimension to that. And that looks great, all of that together. So 3 of those. So you don't have to decide between which 2 you would use. Would you use one side of one or the other? You could use 2 of that and then cut that down because you get 3 of each. Oh, see, I knew I liked this ribbon border for something. Big marriage certificate. So that is a beautiful layout all by itself. If you were to do 12 by 12 pages, you could sort of cut around there and stick a photo in that. And here is the marriage certificate without the couple. So that is beautiful. And that takes us to the last page, which is beautiful. I mean, it's just got so much feeling to it. And again, the beautiful background, beautiful texture, looks very dimensional. Here's her shoes there. That's a great touch, isn't it? And here she is. She's got a Bible in her hand. He's wearing gloves. Oh my goodness. That's fabulous. And here's those shoes. I don't know. I'm not really much of a shoe person, but that looks fabulous. Again, you could fussy cut that out if you wanted to. There are some with just the flowers without the shoes. I could see this in a card as well. All right, so that is Here Comes the Bride. Again, exclusive to Country Craft Creations. You can't get it anywhere else but countrycraftcreations.com. And this also comes, doesn't come with, but you also can purchase. There are charms with this. There's a set of 2 charms. One has a ring, one has a bride on it, which would be great on the spine of the album. And it also comes with bookmarks. They're decorative bookmarks. I'll list them in the description box if I remember, but if I don't, go to countrycraftcreations.com and check out what comes with that. So those are some new collections. Now this one is not new. This is a Country Craft Creations summer paper. And when this came around, I did not see the beauty of it, maybe. It's a, it could be a recipe paper. And I already had made several different recipe books, so I just wasn't going to go down there. But I have another project in mind, and I loved the colors of this. I mean, they're bright, they're cheerful. I love turquoise, and the turquoise with the red, that's one of my favorite combinations. Turquoise with the yellow is another one, and I just thought this was beautiful. So I am not doing a recipe album. I'm going to do something, sort of easy project, but something that I guarantee you will use. So I will tell you more about that. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I make these fabulous projects. So again, this comes with the cut apart sheets. So here are the cut aparts. Again, it does lend itself to a baking kind of, or cooking kind of thing, but it doesn't have to. I mean, there's Bless This Nest, Fresh Farm Eggs, the cute little pup sitting at the door, the boots with the flowers in it. So it doesn't have to be for cooking only. So there are 2 of those, and the back side of that is that beautiful pattern. Again, I told you I love turquoise. So it's a turquoisey blue on here. Not exactly turquoise. I don't Oh, I don't know, but it's beautiful and I will use it. This, by the way, was called Sweet Southern Mess. Again, this is done in the cotton Bristol. This does come in 8x8 as well. Here are some cut apart. So if you were doing a recipe album or something, you've got enough cut aparts to use for that. Fresh produce, happiness is homemade. That would be perfect for it. Farm fresh eggs. I mean, again, it's sort of a farm theme. This bloom where you are planted, I just love that graphic. I mean, I love the saying. We've seen it a lot, but it still works. And then here's the dog, Wilbur, sitting at the front of the door with some flowers and a milk pail. So love that. And the back side of that is this yellow polka dot, which it's gorgeous. It's just a gorgeous color, yellow ochre. So here's one of the one of the pages that you could use for cut aparts. You could put this on the cover and you've got the gorgeous farmhouse or barn with the cow and the vane and the tractor with the beautiful rooster. So that's pretty. Just love how this has all the different patterns on it. And then the back side has just a nice plaid, which is always useful. So 3 of those. So if you wanted to use one for the cover, you still have 2 for the inside of the book. Just saying. All right, here we go. Here's Wilbur. So the owner of Country Craft Creations is Tamara, and she owns a dog named Wilbur. So he's pretty famous. Oh, there's the back side. Love this red. It's just a nice pattern. So I think that was one of the things that sort of drew me to this collection, is just these bright color patterns. So like I said, I've got a project in mind. You just will have to wait and see what I do. So if you wanted to, you could fussy cut this, fussy cut that. I loved how this sort of brings in all of the colors. There's another floral that I like just as well, but I mean, it's got, to me, those are marigolds or nasturtium, and then I don't know what the blue flowers would be, forget-me-nots. But pretty colors, nice and vibrant. There's that beautiful blue background, so I know I'll use that. So sort of a it's a cow, obviously, but just looks like it's a stitched cow as opposed to a realistic looking cow. So if you were doing a farm journal or something like this, this would be fabulous. And then this is definitely a baking paper, but that's okay for what I'm using. I could use pieces of this if it's not going to be a recipe album. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Again, I love the red, and this turquoisey teal looks fabulous. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love this paper, just that paper all by itself. Sort of looks like doilies stacked up, but I just love the color. I love the saturation. I love the depth. Just nothing about it I don't love. This reminds me of gardening, obviously. It has that beautiful red background, some turquoisey watering pails, and some gloves with that beautiful floral pattern, which we'll come up to. And then the back side is that. Doesn't that look fabulous together? I'm sorry for the glare. The sun's just coming in now, but doesn't that look pretty? So that's that. 3 of those. A nice homey feel to this. Again, the bird sort of gives me that stitched feel. And then I love this red as well, the red and white. I think I had a dress like that. I think I actually got married in a dress that looks like that. Maybe that's why I like it. Love the red and white. I adore this page. This probably will be the cover of what I make, just because it pulls all of those colors together, and it's just a pretty pattern. Don't you think so? All right, let's see what's on the B side. Oh, So it's yellow, similar to that red that we saw before. This red design. Similar but not exact. This is more sunflowers stacked up against each other enough to be a geometric pattern. So I love that. So that is the paper collections that I got. All three this time are from Country Craft Creations. As you may notice, some of the other companies have not come out with their spring papers yet. And if they have, they might be stuck in port. I don't know. But you're not going to be able to get them. And if you want to get this paper, you'll notice Country Craft Creations does such quick shipping. I placed an order, oh, it wasn't this past month. It was in November, and it shipped the same day. So yeah, you're not going to find any better customer service anywhere else. Just want to show you how this paper matches with the cardstock I also got in my design team package. You know what? I was going to tell you what the names and look at the sheet, but if I just look at the back. So this one is called Poolside. Doesn't that look great? Poolside. And it's my Colors Cardstock. Oh, what is the weight of this? Don't know offhand. I'll find the weight of it. But it's got a texture to one side, smooth on the other. It's a good quality cardstock, and again, the colors are fabulous. If you were to want any of these collections from Country Craft Creations, if you go to the collection, go to the website and put in Sweet Southern Mess, it will tell you what cardstock go with it. And that's how I got, that's how I found out what color went with this. So there's that. This one is called Goldenrod. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That matches nicely, and it just goes beautifully. So I love that. Again, texture on one side. Now I got this one. This one is called Tropical Surf, and it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. It's sort of metallic. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I got this because I was going to put this on the cover. So it just has a little more pizzazz to it. So love that. Got a couple of those. 80-pound paper. I looked that up in the meantime. 80-pound paper. This gorgeous red is called Scarlet. So again, nice and vibrant. I love my cardstock with good vibrant colors, but more than that, you want something that's going to match nicely with the paper. And then these I got not for the Sweet Southern Mess, but to go with the Here Comes the Bride. There's that one. So this color is Sandpaper. What a terrible name to go with the wedding, but doesn't that look pretty with it? So that is that. I just was gonna grab a couple at first before I until I knew exactly what I was gonna get. Sorry, excuse my arm. And this is the love letters. See how nice that goes with it. I also have some artisan cardstock to go with it that I will use for the cover and all of the inside stuff. So that is my fabulous design team haul. Again, love letters, Here Comes the Bride, and Sweet Southern Mess, which is a great name. So those are the three collections I got in my design team package from Country Craft Creations. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications so you can see what I've made with these. I would say go ahead and go order all three, because you're not going to be disappointed with the projects that I or other members of this Country Craft Creations design team make with this. I think we all received all of the collection, so you will have several to choose from to make. So just go ahead and order all 3 right now. I'll put the link in the description box, and that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fabulous day.